В нее расту, не я бороду отращиваю, она меня.
See, Canada donated $30, I'm guessing during the last run, and said, "Who needs sleep when we got these sick beats?" And Gigs47 with a donation of $13.37, always like that. They said, I donated the past 4 years at both AGDQ and SGDQ. Glad to donate to a worthy cause, and good luck to all the runners.
А еще девушка. Вряд ли я найду ее
Now we'll
здесь.
be sending it back over to the main
Это не пытка.
stage for Shantae, Half Genie Hero by Skate Man.
У нас Шанти, ребятушки.
All right. All right, who's ready for some Shantae? Let's do this thing.
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go, yeah. All right, is everyone good on timer? All right, I'm going to do a
Готов
countdown
запустить
from
таймер.
3, 2,
3,
1,
2, 1.
go.
Поехали.
Let's go skate.
All right, guys. Hello, I'm Skateman222.
Skateman 222.
Why don't you introduce yourselves on the couch?
I'm JT Norimaki.
Грити Норимаки.
All right, so I'm going to be doing a speed run of the any percent out of bounds 1.0 version.
Это будет ран в категории Any% с использованием Out of Bounds на версии 1.0.
But essentially, I changed it to out of bounds just to give you an idea of like what's actually happening in this run. There's going to be a lot of cool glitches that I'll be doing with some dances that you don't get to see in glitchless. So that's going to be really cool. We're going to be skipping a lot of backtracking and skipping a very long level later on. So right here, we're just kind of going through a dream sequence here. Nothing too special. It's a lot of holding right, but we could also save some animals here, hopefully. Just not this one. Yeah,
never the first cat.
Говорит, мы должны здесь, в принципе, просто жать вправо, но иногда можем спасти парочку животных. Попытаемся спасти вот этих. Может быть, даже этого.
Okay,
4 out of 5. Got it. 4 out of 5.
All right, Nori, so maybe you could explain what's going on here, like, story-wise.
All right, so Shantae's basically woken up in the middle of the night by a whispering voice. She goes to visit her uncle, finds this weird hole in the floor, goes to investigate, finds this genie fountain where the genies talk to her.
Сколько и куда нужно задонатить, чтобы деликатес больше никогда не комментил? Я думаю, ему лично.
First things first, she talks to Uncle. He's basically trying to build a new machine to help protect Scuttletown and had sent Bolo on.
Собственно, Шанти однажды просыпается вечером от странного шепота, идет разговаривать со своим дядюшкой.
So you're going to see me talk to a lot of NPCs throughout this run. It's a pretty common trend in the Shantae game. So I'm going to go over to this person, get this item, then bring that item to another person, and it's just a, you know, it's a pretty long fetch quest. So you'll see me do a few backtracking trips to get some key items that I'll need. All right, I know. What's this? Scuttletown's under attack yet again.
Scuttletown уже атакован опять.
I wonder who it could be.
Что
and by the
сделал?
way, this is Sky and her bird Wrench, who just magically turns into a mega gigantic wrench.
Говорит, это птичка, которая внезапно превращается в большую птичку. И, собственно, ее вы используете, чтобы перемещаться между уровнями.
So now we're landing in Main Street. Very, very awesome song here.
Sung by one Christina V.
Yeah, she does the voice for both Shantae and Risky Boots in this game. So what you're going to see me do a lot, at least for the early game and even some of the mid game, is I'm going to be stopping to smash some pots to get some gems, because there are a lot of really helpful items in the shop that I'll be need to getting.
Он будет иногда останавливаться, разбивать специальные штуки.
Basically, the medium pots have a 50% chance to drop either 5 gems.
Потому что в магазине есть очень много полезных штук. Ну, собственно, из этих бутылок он собирает кристаллики, гемы.
So I even grabbed those two over there, even though they're a little bit out of the way. It's totally worth it.
Даже вот эти вот два пода он разбил, потому что даже при том, что они далеко стоят и приходится потерять время.
Really worth it at all. 2/3 of the time they're 1 gem, so it's not really worth it to go out of your way for those. But if they're on the way, why not?
Шанти очень динамичная и веселая игра. На самом деле советую в нее поиграть. Хотя я этого не делал, только смотрел стримы по ней. Но очень классная. с приятным саундтреком, попсовеньким, но приятным. И, да, с шикарным графоном и, ну, для 2,5D платформера. И неплохим геймплеем.
I did donate a prize, which is a signed copy, a signed PS4 copy of Shantae Half Genie Hero. The PS4 version of this game just happens to be the fastest of the console versions. And I went to a convention about 3 months ago where Christina V was a guest, and I got her to sign about 10 things, 6 copies of the Shantae game.
О, господи, он так медленно разговаривает. Короче, если вы задонатите $15 во время раны игры Шанти, у вас есть шанс выиграть подписанную копию этой игры для PlayStation 4, которая подписана той самой исполнительницей этого саундтрека и девушкой, которая озвучивала Шанти, собственно.
I actually got her to sign some extras, so I have one right here for JT Norimaki, which I'm gonna give right now. And I will give you your copy after your run is over.
Oh man, awesome. Thank you, dude. That's sweet.
Он дарит, собственно, своим друзьяшечкам тоже по копии этой игры.
Okay, so basically the goal here is I want to have 118 gems before I get to the boss here. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit short, but I still have a chance to recoup some gems in Scuttletown, so it should be alright, but
у него довольно
100%.
мало голды,
So here we have
но у него есть возможность еще набрать голду по дороге в город. И, в общем, все может пойти не особо хорошо.
Partially Titanic, Ocean Optimal Tinker Slug.
Yep. So this boss is very simple. You have to wait for the bell to basically drop you a dynamite up top, and then you swing the dynamite
Ждете,
down
пока
here,
вам сбросят динамит сверху, и бьете.
It's also worth noting that if you happen to hit that barrel off to the left, which has happened on a number of people's runs,
в определенный момент жмете по колоколу и как бы вызываете.
Alright, that was an okay fight. And the usual affair here in Shantae games, a million explosions once you defeat the boss.
И миллион.
Every single boss explodes in this game.
Миллион взрывов. Визитная фишечка Шанти.
So what's going on here, Nori? Got blueprints.
So when the attack happened, what really occurred was a Tinkerbat ran out of Uncle Mimic's place with those blueprints. We just tracked him down by beating RUSC. She hands them back over after.
Я пока проверю ваши посты.
But then she goes on her merry way. We're going to return these blueprints here, and then.
В Инстаграме точно никто ничего не постил.
As per usual with
проверю ВКонтакте, почему бы и нет. А вдруг? А что? А вдруг?
And now is wondering what she's going to do, as the mayor is going to be posting help wanted for a replacement town genie. And we're going to come across a woman in distress, and we'll be going to help out her little situation, because we're Shantae, that's what we do.
Exactly. All right, so let's hope that we get enough gems here. If not, I'll have to take a 15-second backup strat to make sure we have enough. Come on. Yeah,
you're good.
All right, awesome. So I need 130 for the super pike ball that I'll be buying in a shop strip coming up after this dialogue here. And what you saw at the end of the level, there was a Genie realm sequence. So at the end of each stage, there's a Genie realm sequence, and you get a new transformation. So that was my first one, which was Monkey Dance. Let me buy this real quick.
Покупает несколько трансформов. Первый из них это обезьяний трансформ. Быстрее, чем Шанти, может забираться по штукам. И еще парочку интересных вещей он умеет делать.
Alright, so the next stage is Mermaid Falls, but we're gonna go there a little bit later. We're gonna go back to Main Street. I have to get another key item for a fetch quest, and I have to get an upgrade to Monkey right off the bat.
А здесь следующая карта это водопад русалок, но он возвращается на первый уровень, ему нужно забрать парочку вещей.
The big pots respawn because I unloaded the level and then I came back, so I'm gonna be picking up all the big pots again. And now that I have the super pike ball, which is essentially 3 spiky balls that surround me that deal damage, I don't actually have to whip. So I can just do this, use super pike ball, and then just be on my merry way. Unfortunately, I can't use that as Monkey, so I have to go back to Shantae, which takes a little bit of time. But at least I don't have to.
В некоторые моменты ему нужно все равно превращаться в Шанти, потому что он не может использовать некоторые свои скиллы, пока он в трансформе обезьяны.
All right, let's kick it off with a $100 donation from Anonymous, who says, "I've been watching SGDQ late the past few years. I could never make the live streams, and it always upset me. This year I could finally make it. However, I should probably be working. Oh well. I'm glad I could finally donate to a great cause and wish all the runners the best, especially in the Shantae run." And Mr. Darks with a $50 donation said, "No comment, just Shantae."
Sounds good. All right, so now we're gonna make our way over to the upgrade that I was referring to earlier. So that was, guys, that was a nice, quick.
Мы должны добраться до апгрейда, о котором он говорил ранее.
That's good. And right here we have a little portal here to another Genie realm. That's not mandatory, but Monkey Bullet is super awesome, so it may as well be mandatory. So you'll see what happens here. Bam. So now I can basically dash off of walls, which can really save a lot of time. You'll see me using that like 100 times in this run.
Ну, собственно, вы увидите, как он будет использовать этот бэм сотни раз за этот ран.
So maybe you could explain what's going on here. Why am I just defeating all these pirates?
So what's happening is obviously we're in a restaurant. You see these Tinkerbats hopping through the door, and now we've got a counter of how many we're defeating. Ideally, you talk to an NPC that's a little bit higher in this stage first to find out why you're here, but we're going to go ahead and just do this because it's quicker, it's en route, and we can grab it. And fun fact, you could actually do this even in the first visit. It's just a lot slower. The Tinkerbats show up just much slower pace.
Суть в том, что вот здесь сейчас пробегали, скажем так, пираты в ресторан, я думаю, да, он так сказал. Мы должны были типа взять квест у какого-то персонажа, как я понял, но можно это сделать и без этого. Более того, это можно даже сделать в первый пробег, но первый пробег этого уровня. Но происходить это будет куда медленнее. Соленая карамель. Звучит отвратительно. Свисток позволяет нам уйти с уровня в тот момент, когда мы это захотим сделать. И идем в водопад русалок.
So the main thing that's happening is we find out from that woman in distress that gave us the map to get here. She's basically a villager of this island, and all the women within the village are being kidnapped. And we've been sent here to kind of investigate exactly why. What you're finding out, obviously, is the mermaids seem to be on a little bit of a rampage.
Короче, суть в том, что эта девушка говорит, мол, похитили жители ее деревни, и вы узнаете почему. Потому что, короче, русалки взбесились.
So you saw there, just at the end of that screen, you can actually use Monkey Bullet to essentially smash pots as well. So if there's ever you know, some pots that I will need that's near a wall, I could actually just use Monkey Bullet to smash them, and I don't have to transform back to Shantae. So that's really helpful. Also, you're basically kind of like invincible for a while you use the bullet, so you could actually go through things for.
А еще у вас есть некий момент, в который вы бессмертны на время использования Monkey Bullet.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Alright, that's fine. A little bit of a slip up there.
Немножко замедлились.
So there's a lot of platforming going on here. This is
довольно много платформинга.
Screens of the game, both for the music and for, like,
это самые любимые его экраны в игре, потому что они в них, короче, шикарный monkey action, шикарный платформинг и шикарная музыка.
I was hoping it'd give like 30 or something crazy.
Yeah.
Прям танец летучей мышки.
So now Nori's kind of mad at me because I got this, as well as Turkey, who's watching from home probably. So I just got the bat dance there. It's also an optional dance to pick up, but it essentially makes the later parts of the run much more safe.
Но в некоторых частях рана с помощью этого трансформа можно туда безопаснее пройти.
I don't want to be that guy who keeps on messing up a hard trick over and over.
No, we'll give you a pass this one time. It's all right.
All right, so now we got our first auto-scroller of the game. However, this auto-scroller is actually pretty useful. So there's 100 gems roughly, and there's these barrels that you jump over. But there are also 5 items that are going to help me throughout the course of the run, and you'll see it really soon.
5 предметов, которые помогут ему. Его они подготовились, мол, оранж, апельсинчик. Так, короче, он поднимает апельсины.
So the oranges, they really help. There are 5 oranges here. Hopefully I get all 5.
Он надеется, что он поднимет все 5 апельсинов. Апельсин.
So that's 4 now, so that's good. There's one more. So they basically heal for a whole heart of damage. So there's going to be a lot of points in the run where I purposely take damage. Or there's a lot of parts that, you know, a lot of things can hurt me. So it's nice to have those oranges handy. But I think for the rest of this, it really isn't too much to say. So I think it's another good time for a donation or two.
Есть время для донатов.
Sure, Finn donated $15 and said, I've been dancing for joy and hyped up for the Shantae run. Just had to whip up and donate to show support during one of my favorite game series and speed runs. Good luck on the run and be ready to go fast.
Thanks for that, Finn.
Also, Sean B gave us $25 for Doctors Without Borders and said, howdy, howdy. I'm donating for this GDQ and enjoying watching what runs I can with my 9-month-old son. Thanks for all your time put into running these games and the time put into this event for all you behind-the-scenes people. Excited to see the brand new Shantae making its way into GDQ. Ready to go.
So here I have the next boss, Giga Mermaid, also known as Giga Waifu by a few people. So maybe, Nora, you could explain what's going on here. What am I trying to go for?
So more or less what's happened is obviously this mermaid is in captivity. You see these locks on the left and right there. There's a very precise cycle that Skate just hit there in order to get this optimally and not have to waste turn for that. So that was a really good first phase. Didn't miss anything. And
довольно неплохо убил ее за первую фазу. Вернее, освободил, скажем так.
So now here's the second phase. Some bad luck can occur here. Hopefully not. Ah, darn it. That's not good.
Optimal.
That's definitely not optimal. So she could do 3 different things. Okay, luckily she only did one bad thing. So hold on here. I'm gonna do this and this, and there you go. That was a quick fight.
Very good boss kill.
Довольно быстро все-таки убивает.
Kill strategies in this game.
Yeah, the other thing that she could have done there was a tail, which wastes a decent amount of time because it goes back and forth before it tries to slap you on the bridge. So
yeah,
we're glad we didn't see that.
Yeah, you want to see that good pattern immediately if you can with the platform, so you have access to, you know, going up there and then doing more damage.
Русалки как бы норм.
Alright, so next up for the transformation that we're going to get here is the crab dance. This is one of my personal favorites.
Она как бы не особая.
The crab can do a lot of
не особо недовольна.
It's got a little bit of limited
Даже
movement,
улыбится.
but with what you can do, it's pretty impressive.
Эх, крабика взяли.
So, as you can see with
Крабик позволяет нам, собственно, краучиться.
So to speak. The crab can't like swim upwards, so it just kind of falls in the water.
Еще типа мы ходить под водой можем.
But basically, you want to be walking as much as crab as you can because floating is a little bit slower. So you'll see some pretty cool movement tech with crab like after the next stage. So let's do some more fetch quest stuff here. So that's salted caramel. That was actually dog candy in a way because the chef had a dog. Basically, and now we're giving it to this little kid, and don't tell her it's dog food. I think she'll be okay.
Вообще-то соленая карамель это еда для собак, и мы отдаем это ребенку. Не говорите, что это еда для собак.
Fireball, backdash, and warp dance. So fireball is going to be needed for another mandatory fetch quest thing that's going to really improve the odds of getting what we need. Let's just say. And what else? Then the backdash is going to be used to set up a glitch consistently. So I'll get to that later as well. And then lastly, I got Warp Dance, which essentially lets you warp to screens you've already been to. So there's a few backtracking trips where it is useful. I'm going to be using it twice. So, Nori, what's going on here exactly?
All right, so we returned to town, and the mayor has hired the replacement Genie in place of Shantae after firing her. The problem is people are starting to lose their memory in town, and you're going to see that pretty evidently here in a second on Sky's face.
А теперь по какой-то причине люди начали терять память в городе. Потому что после того, как наняли нового джина, как я понял, как мэр нанял нового джина.
Yeah, when she does the collection animation, it's pretty funny. But anyway, so the mayor gives us this map. He had sent or basically the replacement Genie said she was coming here to research something, and gave us the map because he's starting to lose his mind a little bit, and now we're going to be on the trail.
И, собственно, нам мэр дает карту, сказал, что вот здесь надо делать какие-то там исследования. Но она, короче, тоже теряет память. Это Джини. Надо было, наверное, все-таки играть в те игры, которые я комментирую.
It's brutal, and I really have to focus quite a bit. Not on this screen too much, but on the last screen is the one that's the most brutal, in my opinion. Okay, there we go. So here we get to see the crab in action.
Вот теперь мы видим крабика в действии.
Have his upgrade, which we'll be getting later, but basically you just want to ground pound underwater as much as you can.
Мы можем взять апгрейд на него чуть позже, но в большинстве случаев мы просто должны использовать ground pound. То есть, ну, грубо говоря, удар по земле с воздуха.
So here you have strong winds. So essentially, that strong wind, I can't just, you know, make my way through this easily. I have to be hiding behind things or holding on to something.
Сквозь этот буран нельзя просто так пройти, ну, песчаную бурю, наверное. Поэтому приходится прятаться за всякими выступами.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the half early cycle here.
Yeah, take that one safe.
Yeah. So normally I want to be up here when that wind is going on, but that'll do. I'm satisfied with that. Oh, okay. Oops. Poor Shantae.
Watch your health.
Yeah. All right, that's decent. I don't want to take any more damage, or else that'll be kind of a problem.
Он получал урона. Не ожидал он такого сам. Но бывает со всеми.
So here we have the tower. Tower's fun because we got this guy chasing us up the tower. So we got to go up really quickly. Wilbur, the one-eyed mega worm here. So you'll see there's a lot of big pots up here too, so you'll see me making a lot of detours to pick those up. Because I need a lot of gems still. Got these blocks here. Got to use Shantae to whip them. That was perfect.
That was
awesome.
Good job.
Perfect. Other than that, is there anything else?
Тут у меня непредвиденная ситуация, буквально 2 минутки я помолчу.
Oh, no.
Flip it. So yeah, he just lost a cycle there. There's a really tight jump with perfect execution getting up there. You can actually get in front of that top round of fireballs. It's not a huge time loss, but obviously every little bit counts when you're really trying to get a good time.
Okay. Oh. Went too far left there. Okay. All right, that was a little rough, but I didn't take any hits. That's good. Those skeleton soldiers do a lot of damage, so that's the thing I really want to avoid. And here I'm gonna focus a lot while I let maybe Nori or Green chime in here.
Yeah. So Skybridge is one of those kind of run killer parts. The platforming here is extremely tight, as you can see. And what we're trying to do is keep movement exactly right to hit a perfect cycle for these platforms that are moving in and out. From the foreground and the background. And specific movement is required to do that. You know, right before the marathon, a new strat was found that saves about 5 seconds, but none of us have had a chance to practice that yet.
No.
So we're going to definitely stay away from those new strats for right now, but you'll see just the movement has to be absolutely perfect. Any one thing goes wrong, you're likely to be off cycle, and you're going to lose a little bit of time. I won't say that it's a killer, but you definitely have to wait cycles out or adjust accordingly based on the new kind of patterns you're dealing with. And you'll see you'll stop for the big pots here as usual. Obviously, gems are very important for some future shopping. So the big pots are really the only ones we're focused on because at least we get the guaranteed 12. And we'll just damage boost through some things here, but you can see why Monkey Ball is so important for this entire run. It's a huge part of getting through this entire stage right here.
All right, that was pretty much perfect, so I'm happy with that.
Very good. Very good job.
Thank you, guys. All right, now here we have Wilbur, essentially auto-scroller the boss. Very simple boss here. So he has 3 attacks. This is his first attack. You can like dodge this attack in any way you want. It's really easy. You can crawl through it. You can backdash. You can walk slowly. You can do so many things. And then this is the next attack here. Okay, that's good.
Yep.
So maybe you could talk about what's going on with the meteors or the balls here.
Yeah. So in that phase, what he's doing is he's spitting out a bunch of debris, and the blue ones are the cool rocks, basically, you can't do anything with, but that one that's on fire is the one that we're keyed on. And what Skate then has to do is knock it into the nearest cannon, then we step on the switch, the cannon fires it into his eye, basically dealing damage to it. I like to equate that game with a game of tennis, basically. Which side does it go on? So, you know, we keep track of the score that way. Like right now, Skate's up 15 love on Wilmer, which is good. So
pretty much.
But, you know, some runs he'll give you really bad RNG, and he'll drop all 4 on the far end where you have to spend time to walk over there to be able to hit it.
Nice.
Yeah, so far so good. Now the problem is if you break that block, that rock, if it hits you, or if you step on the switch too soon and it breaks on the side of the cannon, you have to wait kind of a cycle, I'd say about a half cycle, for him to do it again, to have another shot. So it could be extremely punishing if in any way, shape, or form you don't succeed. And it also does break. You can't just let it sit there. It does break on its own just sitting there, so you can't let it just reside and then think you're going to be okay to maybe farm up.
Я не уверен, какой сейчас у нас рассинхрон с основным стримом.
24, 39, 40, 41.
Окей, никакого.
Alright, so now the red meteor is going to fall down first, so now I have a early glimpse.
Критический день для комментаторов. Частые переключения.
Yeah, the cannon jump for swag points.
Shantae bringing the boom.
Yeah.
Прыжок. Подпрыгнул в тот момент, когда выстрелил из пушки. Дополнительные сваг-поинты. Ну, я думаю, все, в принципе, понятно с этим боссом. Хитрых страт нет. Просто то, что у него есть 3 различных атаки, которые он может сделать, пока нет пушек.
And then there's also storm puff strats that have been developed where placing them just right will land some extra hits so that you reduce the amount of cycles. It doesn't work. Neither one of those strats works on the PC version, however.
Wow.
Wow, nice. You got a 4-0 Wilbur. You got a 4-0 Wilbur in a marathon. What is this?
Да. 4 удачных цикла.
Awesome.
Очень хорошая битва с боссом была, очень быстрая.
Well, from a story perspective, it's probably a good thing that thing's gone. So what we find out is our replacement is a fragment or a memento of all the memories of the city that we were just in. Wilbur is a devourer of souls. That's what he is listed as.
Это персонаж, частично склеенный из кусков воспоминаний города. Вот этот босс, он был пожирателем души, он пожирал как раз память со всех.
So here we have the elephant dance. By far my least favorite dance. I'm sorry, elephant.
Теперь у нас есть слоновий танец, мой самый нелюбимый. У него есть различные полезные приложения, но я его не люблю использовать.
The elephant does have a dash though right now, as you saw with the block, and he can push the heavy block, so that's really helpful.
Слон может передвигать тяжелые платформы, чем очень полезно. Теперь немножко бэктрекинга, то есть немножко возвращаемся. Идем в замковый город. Теперь мы будем делать наш первый глич в этой игре. В текущего момента гличей пока не было. Первая часть этого уровня такая же, но потом с помощью слона мы сможем сделать глич. И что интересно о гличе с слоном, это даже не то, как мы его ранее делали, но потом какой-то раннер нашел, что этот клип, который вот мы будем делать, можно делать с помощью слона. И вот мы уходим. Да, мы только что заходим в зону загрузки и идем за вот этим предметом, который... Да, нам нужно это для русалок. По какой-то причине слон может зайти в стену под зыбучими песками. Да, они раньше клипались с помощью обезьянки, я понял, но потом чувак, который искал стабильный сетап, случайно обнаружил, что слон проходит сквозь
we now have Elephant Stomp, which is what he gave us as an upgrade. And basically when you see a flower on the ground, that's your cue to say, oh, I gotta use the elephant here to stomp, and then, oh, what am I doing? See, this is what I mean with the elephant. Do the dash. There we go. But other than that, there really isn't too much to say.
Если увидите цветочек на земле, это значит, это подсказка для вас, что вот здесь надо использовать слова. Сейчас не особо ничего не будет происходить, поэтому самое время почитать донаты.
Says, took a quick nap so I could see the Shantae Half Genie Hero run. Good luck to Skateman 222 on it. Let's put this to see some Out of Bounds demo in Earthbound. Also, Hellkith donated $20 and said, gotta donate during Shantae, one of the best platforming games ever. Shoutouts to Nori, hope that couch is good for ya.
Thanks, Hellkith, it is, Ben.
And here's Hacks with a $25 donation saying, yo, Skate Man, good luck on your Shantae run. I'm glad to see you running this version with the Shantae Squid Baron palette swap. Shout out to Skate Man, JT, and the whole Shantae running community, and money to Skate's choice.
Thanks, Tina.
Yeah, thank you, Tina. It's going to be something Earthbound related. We'll talk about that after the run for sure.
Right on. And here's $15 from Fury Fire, who says, Fury Fire here, just wishing you luck from the Shantae Discord. Let's put that Dryad form to good use, Skate. And runner's choice there as well.
Alright, so now we're finally done that long backtrack here. It's a lot of fun.
Мы закончили с этим бэктрекингом. Но много платформинга, хорошая часть в плане исполнения приятная. Отдаем останки челу. И он нам... Он дает болезнь.
So now Shantae's sick. I mean, there's no change to her sprite at all. I mean, she's a half genie. I think she'll be fine, but she's gonna be sick for like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, about that.
Ближайшие 10 минут она будет болеть.
No big deal.
So you'll see Warp Dance in action here. So I think that's the last time I ever used Warp Dance, and it basically just skipped to the next screen, which is where I need to be.
Последний раз я использую
So back in the factory, there's gonna be
Warp Dance.
Another fetch quest that I gotta do.
Здесь будет еще один квест, который мне надо будет сделать. На самом деле два, теперь когда об этом думаю, здесь аллигаторы. Смогу использовать фаерболы. Если я побеждаю аллигатора с помощью огня, я получаю автоматически этот стейк из аллигатора. И позже они будут, позже в городе будут голодные девахи, им надо будет принести поесть. Но для этого мне нужны стейки из сира аллигатора.
You'll notice that these rings are moving twice as fast as they were last time.
There we go. Okay,
there we go.
Alright, that was rough. Okay, and now... Oh,
Roast. Надо будет как-нибудь тоже поиграть.
Twice in a row skate, really? It happened in practice before this run too.
Yeah, so Rose is another healing item too, so whenever I see any healing item, I'm going to grab it right away, especially for a marathon. I'll take all the healing I can get for the final boss, and I think with that I could actually skip a shopping trip now, so that's good. So now we're going to see some awesome crab action here. Oh, not like that. There we go.
Теперь время для краба.
So now we got Crab Claw. That's the next upgrade for the crab. That lets us attack
Получили
with the crab.
следующий апгрейд для краба. Мы теперь можем атаковать в форме краба.
And there's a lot of interesting tech that I do here as crab with this Crab Claw. I'm gonna grab that gem here. So I'm grabbing these 5 Blobfish kids for Grandma Blobfish, who we just saw in that little secret area hidden behind an elephant.
Убираем блобфишей. Называются рыбы-пузыри, я не знаю.
So I'm gonna demonstrate one of my favorite parts of the crab. I think I already did it once, but I'm gonna show it again very soon.
Самая любимая часть краба очень скоро.
Smash this block as elephant. Alright, here we go. So down here, you're going to see 2 blocks in a row, and I can actually snip both at the same time by using a crab, like a jump.
Я могу сломать оба сразу, используя краба.
Yeah, we don't really have a name for it, but yeah. Alright, so now I got to get back to Grandma Blobfish.
Возвращаемся сдавать квест.
Yeah, that is absolutely his most favorite character is Grandma Blobfish.
Alright,
Маме рыбе, пузырю, пузыре, пузыри. Не знаю. Маме блобфиш.
There we go. So now I'm gonna make a little bit of a
detour
because I want to get the next. Actually, I gotta get both transformations for doing all the cool glitches in the second half of the run.
Мне нужно получить все трансформации для крутых гличей в второй половине рана.
Ooh, that was close. Grab some more gems. I'm kind of low on gems, honestly. Not too good on the.
Прям немножко кристаллов, потому что у меня что-то не очень говорит много в этом ране их.
Okay. There we go.
You got enough health to do the damage boost here, you're fine.
Yeah, my health is pretty low, so I'm definitely gonna have to heal with some oranges. Or maybe even that roast, who knows. So I'm gonna buy the Dryad Dance and the Gem Jug.
Покупаем танец Дриады и...
There we go.
So
those
еще.
two transformations are gonna be super helpful for doing all the crazy...
Эти две трансформации будут очень полезны для безумных out-of-bounds трюков, которые буду делать позже. Рыба-капля. Окей. Я просто знаю как блобфиш, но я не знаю, как ее назвать по-русски. У меня кристаллов очень много. Ощущение, что я будто забыл собрать где-то их.
I can't think of any that you missed. I think there was one I saw you kind of blow off, but at the time you didn't need it, so that was a prior trip. You're just getting really bad luck right now.
Yeah. So what is my gem count now? Okay, that's fine. I'll just buy 2 potions, I guess.
Get 2 potions here.
And buying the scimitar. So the scimitar is the max upgrade for Pike Ball. It's fantastic. It's just gonna destroy these bosses for the rest of the game.
Ridiculously OP.
Yeah. And they actually kind of nerfed Scimitar and basically every other magic item because now magic gets drained a lot quicker. So now you just can't like leave Scimitar on the whole fight without having to heal. Now you actually have to use some potions to actually like continue using them. But that's in 1.01, which is the latest version right now. But I'm on 1.0.
Говорит, что пофиксили различные вещи в новом патче. Они играют не в новом патче, не играют на версии 1.0.
All right, so a guy comes in and while Shantae's talking with Mimic, and he says, "Hey, you know, there's robberies going on at the annual carpet races. You didn't see me. If they find out about it, they'll kill me. Whatever. And here's a map, and then he brings us here. So now we're going to participate in a race.
Теперь будем участвовать в гонке.
But you know, we have reasons for being.
Это очень жесткая гонка в плане, что выбивать всех участников.
It's not as useful as the orange one, but you can actually destroy the racers like savage.
Можете просто уничтожить всех гонщиков.
So right now I'm not at full health. I want to be at full health here, and there's a very good chance I'll get at least 1 hard drop to get to full health here. Other than that, they also drop magic potions and gems. I don't think there's anything else. There we go. Now I'm at full health. There's actually a Steam achievement if you actually destroy all the racers. That's kind of funny, so I'm going to try to do that. But other than that, this is another perfect time for donations.
Yeah, Gerard gave us a $30 and said, "Really enjoying the Shantae run. Good luck to Skate Man."
Thank you.
And Hugo
Скоро об играх детства
donated
тига прошлого года.
as well, saying, "Donating some cash because of the bro on the couch who donated a signed copy of
Just
Shantae.
saying.
Loving the run so far. Watching from Australia."
Кого-то более продвинутые корабли, чем просто ковры-самолеты.
And Jocko donated $30 saying, "I don't have much to say except good luck on the run." And there's a heart for you.
These tiny guys are really hard to hit.
There goes that achievement.
Yeah, missed 1. All right, so here we have our next boss, Twitch and Vinegar. Oh, who would have thought? They're actually bad guys. So here's what I'm going to do. A really interesting strat. I'm going to butt bounce here. You actually don't fall there. There's actually just a pit that I guess damages you and bounces you back up.
Задница. Вы не получаете урона, пока падаете вниз. Вы просто вас подкидывает. Получаете урон.
Yeah, 1 hit left as usual. Okay, that was good pattern with Twitch there.
All right, good.
Twitch is interesting when she comes in because if she comes in at the top of the screen and goes down, her hitbox doesn't exist until she reaches the bottom. But if she comes at the bottom, it makes her accessible to hit right away. Not sure why that happens in this version, but It can be annoying sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Иногда Twitch может уйти в верхнюю часть экрана и немножко застрять там ненадолго.
So here we see all the ammo baron henchmen, so to speak. There's plenty of them, and you do not want to touch them because they do a whole heart of damage, and that's not good.
Yeah, they do more
Вы не хотите задевать этих парней, потому что не наносят очень много урона.
Oh, there we go.
That's what I was talking about. You got it.
Hooray! Finally fortunate. That hasn't been going too well in practice. There's always something there. Okay, so here, so the lasers on this screen, they're on like a global timer basically. So as long as I don't get
все лазеры на этом уровне на глобальном таймере.
Gotta look at a visual cue here. Okay, good.
Смотрю здесь на визуальный.
And there we go. We make this cycle here. So now the rest is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna monkey bullet off this. Why not? And I have a lot of HP. That's awesome. Okay, so now I can go here, damage boost off this guy, and
сейчас у меня очень много хп. Damage бустимся, пробегаем сквозь оба лазера.
This is the end of the screen here. There we go.
Okay, no soft lock. No soft lock.
The game.
Аллигатор стримил на Грейсе Шантая, да.
So it's always a scary part, especially when you're ahead of PB pace. You get to that point, and then the game says nope.
So I'm going to get some more gems here because I'm going to do another safety shopping trip. Got any more healing items for me, guys? Come on.
Usually I could use some more. A pretty good chance to get a roast off these guys, but
yeah,
never when you want it.
So here's our first instance of the gem jug clip. And now I'm through all. Yeah. So the gem jug lets you clip through right walls, whereas
его не убрали, его просто никто не писал. Никто туда не едет из раннеров GTA.
But yeah, the jump clip is just super awesome. I could skip a lot of things.
Тем же,
so basically, you essentially you transform a gem jug, then you untransform, and it pushes you quite a bit to the right, so it just pushes you in the wall.
Большие раны по GTA они не принимают, поэтому те, кто ранят там 4-ку или Сан-Андреас, они даже не присылают, или там все миссии. Или 100%. Игра более 5 часов, которая не Final Fantasy, японская RPG на моем GDK. Я мошню, конечно, но все же. GTA 2 или 3 игры будет на ESA в конце июля. Там же будут какие-то Dark Souls, и там же будет еще много чего.
Millions of dollars of crowdfunded money airships, but now he's got these stolen uniforms he's made with the magic carpets so that his
расписание для ESA скинул в чат. Они будут в конце июля. Рестрим, скорее всего, тоже будет. Очередной босс. Чувак похож на кого-то из Guilty Gear. Пацаны просто летят, суицидись.
If I don't have to heal in this fight, that usually means it's a pretty good fight.
Yeah.
Nice boxers.
Yeah. Obviously, it's.
Я больше скажу, GTA популярна много где, всякие вот те же Zelda популярны в основном исключительно на Западе, но. Тут не в этом дело. Никто не посылает, потому что никто не едет, потому что очень мало раннеров. В основном все GTA комьюнити едет на ESA. И почти никто из GTA комьюнити не едет на GDK, поэтому как бы не едет почти никто, а тем, кто остался ехать, смысла нет, с кем там тусить. Ну, частично такая логика присутствует. Трите плюс ссылку, только что ж кидал.
I would prefer more than that, but
you didn't break the pot before the generator.
Yeah, I forgot the last pot.
Отдаем болезнь, получаем леденец. Первый GTA отстойный спидран. Я раню второй, вот второй этот урон. В первом вы стакаете машины, они взрываются, конец рана. Получаете много очков.
Okay, so now we're not sick anymore. I think we talked about that. We got the lollipop, and someone really wants that lollipop, so we're gonna do our last backtracking trip right here. Go back to Mermaid Falls for the third time.
А там на втором стриме, по-моему, будет.
And now we're gonna do some more glitches, so get ready for that. So in this screen, I basically want to get a really perfect fast cycle. It's most probably not going to happen, but if it does in a marathon setting, I'll probably flip.
Yeah, the timing is extremely precise here. He can't miss a single monkey bullet, and they've all got to be pretty quick in order to make it. So.
В этом уровне у него очень точные тайминги, поэтому ему надо постараться не промазать ни один вот этот monkey bullet. Че он не успеет в цикл, я так полагаю. Эти все платформы, которые...
So close.
So close.
Чуть-чуть.
And now, at least you got the immediate respawn.
Yeah, that was scary. So now he's transformed to Dryad, and
Все в дерево и клипаемся в стену.
And one last gem move here, and crawl under here, and there we go. We meet a wizard who has a sweet tooth. There you go. Here's a lollipop.
He gives us a light shard return. It's a nice
волшебника.
Yeah.
Funny thing to note really quick though, these NPCs.
На ESA в том году не было 2 стрима, только в позу том было, по-моему. Да, будет 2 стрима.
Certain people with certain tier had the ability to have their character modeled into the game, so a few of these NPCs are based on those particular backers of the game. So greatly appreciate their contribution to bringing this to us.
Поскольку эта игра была на Kickstarter, некоторые NPC, их внешний вид зависит от челов, которые задонатили экстра большие суммы, и их персонажи внесли в игру. А честно скажу, вот этим летом SGDQ расписание, ну прям жижа. Какая жижа. Прям когда первый раз взглянул, я почти ничего комментить не хотел. Что-то мне писал, по-моему. Может, нет.
Alright, so we're gonna do a lot of glitches here, and hopefully I nail them all. So first I'm gonna monkey bullet over to this wall on the right.
Чат включен был. Показалось, что что-то видел.
And go through a door I'm not supposed to be in. Now I'm halfway done. And gem drop clip here as well. Alright, here we go.
Опять клипаемся сквозь стену.
Come on.
Got it. So even though he paused a lot there, it still saves time because she would walk all the way through the wall if you triggered the dialogue and didn't get the frame perfect skip of the dialogue there, which would require that you have to transform into Dryad 4 times to get through that wall, which I think takes about 13 seconds or so. So yeah, every pause.
Если, ну, несколько раз ползался, потому что иначе бы его выкинуло из стены, ему после этого пришлось превращаться в Дриаду 4 раза, чтобы туда вернуться.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
So this is one of the reasons why I got Bat. So I could just hop on a block that's going up, transform into Bat, and Bat normally can only move left to right, but since the block is pushing the Bat up, it pushes me up above the screen. Now I just hold right and fly over everything.
Летучая мышь может двигаться влево и вправо, но поскольку меня блок поднял наверх, я просто превратился в мышь и теперь просто двигаюсь вправо и ничего не делаю больше. В текущей версии так сделать нельзя. И залетает донат на 1000.
Thank you so much to B Diddy Tampa, who says, "Love my charity marathons." And then we got the rock devil horn emote. Here's to you and all the gamers, crew, and support and donations. These are great ways to raise money for charity. I love everyone participating. Cheers, SGDQ, and until next time, your friend B Diddy Tampa.
Thank you so much for that donation.
For the record, this is actually the hardest section in the game.
Yeah, in actual runs with the fast strats, there's a lot of monkey bulleting. You'll notice these eyeball platforms are 1 tile in size, and what makes them even worse in regards to actually getting the really fast strats there is that when they start moving, their hitboxes get wonky, so you'll have a little bit of trouble trying to grasp onto them.
Didn't get hit by any jerk birds.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I didn't get hit by any of those jerk birds, thank goodness. Alright, Squid Baron, we meet again.
Creature of unspeakable horror.
So, more scimitar action here. Try to sneak in some hair whips too. So, Squid Baron, the wonderful recurring boss of the Shantae series. Essentially the
часто повторяющийся босс серии Shantae.
Yeah. And he actually says something about how this is like such an awesome boss track, and it's just like one of the the sewers track from Pirate's Curse.
Yes, it was the sewer track from Pirate's Curse.
All right, nice boss music. So that was the easy part of this fight. But now Hypno Baron from back there, he's just like, wait a minute, that's too easy. Let's join in on this fight. So this is 2 versus 1, not too fair, but I mean, Scimitar is basically like 5 people, so it's more like 6 versus 2.
Не очень честный бой, но поскольку мы можем жонглировать с кимитарами, мы буквально 5 человек, в то время как их всего еще 2. Достаточно, чтобы победить нас.
You definitely want to take out Squid Baron first, because if you take out Hypno Baron instead, you get some really nasty stuff from Squid Baron. His pattern's really hard to deal with, so it's much more optimal to take out Squid Baron first, because then Hypno Baron really only does this.
Победить барона Сквида является оптимальной стратой. Ну, победить его первым, а потом барона Гипна, или как он там называется.
So I'm playing this super safe right now.
Okay.
Упс.
Okay. Nice.
К разговору о супер сейве. Я играю очень сейфовый, прыгаю прям под атаку.
Alright, so that was basically the last of the normal stages, and then we got a final dungeon coming up. And because we were able to do all those glitches and get all those items early, like the zombie hamster and the iron slab, now I could just talk to Uncle right away, don't have to do any backtracking, and just go straight to the final dungeon.
Не надо никуда возвращаться, потому что все предметы для попадания в последнее подземелье у меня уже есть.
Harpy's pretty cool because you could fly around freely everywhere, and like the bat. So that's going to be really nice. However, the Harpy's pretty huge. It's got a pretty huge sprite. And in addition, it seems to be like copied from colors. Shantae like line by line in the code. So like, essentially, if you don't like flap like continuously, there's a tendency for Harpy to just stop your inputs completely and you just fall to your death.
Нужно постоянно нажимать кнопку, чтобы махать крыльями. Просто упадете.
So like I said, I'm just going to talk to Uncle right away.
You're
gonna see an interesting character in a cutscene coming up.
Сейчас в катсцене будет интересный персонаж.
Yeah.
Hello, Nega Shantae.
Bye, Nega Shantae.
Bye, Nega Shantae.
Привет, негативная Shantae. Пока негативная Shantae.
So you'll notice that the machine in the back is gone after the cutscene's over. What happens is Risky Boots pops in, says, "Ha, you fell right into my hands. Those blueprints I gave you, I altered them. You built the machine to my specs." And it immediately changes Shantae's magic from good to evil because the machine can polarize magic. So the cutscene with Nega Shantae is actually Shantae in evil form, but the cries of her friends kind of talk her back out of it. She reverts to normal. And
да, объясняет сюжет, что там в катсцене на самом деле Шантая стала злой, но потом ее разубедили, и она стала обратно хорошей. Сейчас будет очень хороший скип. Клипаемся опять в стену. И теперь он слушает специальный звук. Теперь мы летим над уровнем. И обычно у нас должно быть превращение в русалку, но у нас его нет. Слушает звуки.
Alright, so now I'm basically swimming over an entire underwater auto-scroller, which is
теперь я плыву над всем подводным автоскроллером.
Until I hear a really big like sploosh sound, and then I'm gonna go back, jump, hold right, and then I'm gonna basically float my way down to the exit and skip the entire auto-scroller. The game's gonna be a little bit confused, but it's gonna understand eventually what I'm trying to do, I guess. Self-aware. Alright, where's the big sploosh?
Потихонечку летит.
There it is.
Прошло довольно много времени.
Okay, I think that sounds good.
Чисто по звуку ориентируется.
That didn't sound right either.
No,
let's try that again.
Говорит, звучит неправильно. Еще раз.
Come on.
There we go.
Hey.
И попадаем в выход с коллера. Есть много способов, как сделать этот глич, и на ПК-версии у нас это заняло довольно много времени, чтобы понять, как его сделать правильно. Есть 3 различных способа, чтобы скипнуть этот уровень. Самый говорит сложный это с гарпией. Этот уровень является настоящим тестом вашего скилла. Прям как скейт в истории. К концу игры все становится намного сложнее. О, какая летучая мышка мила.
Oh, nice, didn't get hit there.
And this is my personal favorite track.
Oh yeah, it's a great track.
Да-да, сзади говорит, это мой самый саундтрек в этой игре.
So I gotta focus a lot here. I gotta do a lot of like monkey bullets and stuff like that. It's really hard to talk while doing this.
Yeah, again, it's just precise movement with monkey bullet in order to do it quickly. I mean, there's no dire need from a cycle perspective on this screen to do it, but just the focus to be able to get through it as quickly as possible is still there.
All right, gotta do the swag bullet here. Over lava, I don't care. Long hair, don't care.
Swag bullet over lava.
Here, so transform to harpy. Okay, I have a tendency to just transform to monkey there because that's just like the first instinct. Like monkey's the best, so just transform to monkey.
Yeah, and it's the worst thing you can do. You're actually working with cycles here that you're trying to hit. So.
Здесь мы пытаемся попасть в циклы.
So you see here, I'm like flying.
Единственная трансформация, с которой это все получается, гарпия. Флэппи Шантая.
So you see, I'm like constantly flapping Harpy's wings, or else I'm gonna fall to my death. Okay, hopefully this new strat I developed like 2 hours ago works here.
Надеюсь, что та новая страта, которую я разработал примерно 2 часа назад, сработает.
Well, it's better than being sniped right here.
Yeah. All right, there we go. That I find that to be much more consistent now. Like that shot,
какой-то
like
небольшой
залет. In the way I have to go, and it just really messes me up.
Yeah, he tends to knock you into the lava too, because you'll lose the ability to fly while you're in damage animation. So that was really good. Nailed the best cycle you could there. So.
Thank you.
Говорит, получил самый лучший цикл, какой мог в этом уровне.
So like maybe like that's changing the patterns a little bit, so I had to kind of adapt there.
Risky boots.
So now we got a boss rush here. We beat risky boots yet again.
Ну сейчас босс раш, да. Все боссы подряд.
You're gonna see the scimitar doing the heavy lifting on this particular one as he just tries to keep close. She does have a
very consistent
pattern. There is no RNG to this fight, so she always does the same things. So at least you can anticipate that. That's why you'll see him being able to dodge shots and things. The only RNG will be her hopping distance during these particular phases.
Jack Sparrow.
One other thing you'll notice that she's using all the tools if you're familiar with the Pirate's Curse game. She's got her cannon, her pistol, the scimitar charge that she does is based on Risky Boots charge, and then she'll have her hat here after the thing. So her DLC character to play as will be coming out in about a month or two.
Yeah.
Sometime over summer. It's been announced by WayForward, so we're looking forward to seeing how she will play in the game.
For sure, yeah, I'm excited for that.
Ну, ХП, конечно, вообще прям дофига. Да, и скоро выйдет DLC персонаж, и говорит, может быть, если это кажется весело, его тоже пораню. Идет там внизу голосование за язык Звездных войн. А выигрывает Нецкий. Да, нормально вы бы хотели, чтобы она вот умерла вот примерно здесь. Не самые лучшие прыжки у меня вышли, говорит, но в общем целом неплохо.
Alright, so that's one boss out of 3, so that's one taken care of. So now we get a nice little break. The second boss is very straightforward. So look, it's Tinkerbrain. It's the machine that Uncle was working on, but why is it
Tinkerbrain. машина, над которой работал дядя. Почему она злая?
RUSC's modification of the blueprints right now. I mean, obviously the Tinkerbats have done a little bit of work to it. Doesn't quite look the same, but it's definitely something to be at least not trifled with. In this part, though, you'll find it's very easy. This is no threat at all, to be honest. The jumping isn't all that tight to avoid damage, and as long as you're not caught between the electrified pillars, you're good. I mean, ideally, you'd just like to see him shoot a laser, but it doesn't happen very often.
В идеале просто хотите наблюдать за его лазерами.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, speaking of laser.
Yeah. I don't have to think about that one.
Nope.
Alright, so you have to do this 2 times for each side. As you can see, as I'm kind of like running around this arena, you see the screw in Tinkerbrain's head rotating and coming loose.
А вы выкручиваете... Выкручивается болт у него из головы.
This next boss is really tough, and I'm going to require a lot.
Следующий босс очень
сложный. People on the
сложный.
couch can definitely talk, though. I'm just going to be in the zone for this.
Я поэтому помолчу, говорит, чтобы сконцентрироваться. Этот босс может с легкостью сломать ваш ран. Ждем, пока эти летающие джины включат щиты.
And those first 3 up front, like lining up underneath that one, you'd like to see one of their shields drop so you have a chance of getting a shot in early.
Когда мы видим, что щиты
happen, so we had to wait out kind of the fast cycle of the shield to have a better shot of being able to get in there. These genies have 2 different attacks. They either will use a wider magic, which kind of spreads out.
У них несколько атак, либо широкая магия,
it's usually no threat as long as you don't have to run around if you can keep the cycle like Skate's trying to do here. The other one, which is the bigger threat, is the black waves of magic.
И вон есть черные линии магии, от которых приходится перепрыгивать, потому что они летят по всему. И много этих ударов вы получать не можете, потому что наносите очень много урона. Да, вот это может произойти. Это зависит немножко от рандома, потому что если вы в тот момент пытаетесь задеть другого джина, а у вас летит черная волна, то вы отхватите.
You get a screen glare, it makes it even worse. So hopefully you got a nice dark room for this fight sometimes. But Tinkerbrain takes 10 of these bolts, basically 100 HP of damage.
В босса надо послать вот 10 этих черных зарядов энергии.
This is going really well so far.
Yeah, it's not bad considering.
Да, пока, говорит, довольно неплохо идет этот бой. И еще один остался.
Nice. Very clean fight.
Yeah, I only got hit once, I think.
Yeah, it was just that one
чистый бой.
when you went for the shot, and that's not bad at all.
Awesome. Who needs potions? Well, you could just do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. I think I only had 1 potion left too, so I was a little worried.
Yeah, you do.
But I had plenty of oranges.
All right, so we got the zombie hamster. It's the most important thing. And now
у нас есть зомби-хэмстер, это самое важное для спасения мира.
Of course. There actually have been times where you just like, you're not so happy with the run, or the run is like it's going super well, and then you choke here, and it's just like such a bad feeling.
Yeah, and this is
Иногда бывает, что ран идет хорошо, и потом ты случайно руинишь его вот в этом месте, и ты чувствуешь себя отвратительно.
It could be extremely frustrating if you take a fall here, but it's not too
Да,
bad.
здесь нет чекпоинтов, и если вы здесь упадете в яму, начиная с самого начала, это может быть крайне раздражающе, может подгореть не слабо.
You can run out of magic, and then if you were to rely on that and have no magic, you'll probably fall.
Oh jeez, I hope I have enough.
Yeah, no, you'll use the potion there at the end, I think, so you have plenty.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, okay. Swag jump. Yeah.
Nice. Yes, nice swag jump.
Alright, we're almost done here. So time is gonna be when
почти закончили.
fades to white. Yeah, completely white.
So time's coming up here shortly.
Yeah. Set my hair on fire. Ah!
One more obstacle to go.
Yeah, and
Последняя преграда, и...
We're home free.
Time.
Время. 1:02:22. Очень хороший ран, очень близко на самом деле. Он говорит, офигеть, нифига себе.
Calculated.
Plan that. Wow. Okay, I'm very satisfied with that time.
Я, говорит, очень доволен с этим
I was
временем.
really going for a 101 there, but like that was kind of a pipe dream, so I'm totally happy with that, especially since it ended in.
Я очень надеялся, что у меня получится получить ран в районе 1.01, но...
So I guess let's do some shoutouts here.
С учетом всего, что пошло не так, говорит, это отлично. Привет, привет и всему комьюнити Shantae.
TKY has the world record in this. He's just the god at the Shantae games in general.
Тот, кто держатель мирового рекорда, говорит, просто боженька в играх Shantae. Безумный в плане качества исполнения.
That auto-scroller skip went through so many iterations, starting with Holy
Зеленая всегда, типа, тусует, тусовщица, молодежная. Кто-нибудь не уложился в эстимейт? Да, как видим, Blood Thunder на своих обоих ранах не уложился в эстимейт. Было уже таранов сколько-то, которые не укладывались в эстимейт. Супер Мидбой, гонка была не в эстимейт, но гонка была очень хорошая. Я Хлеб был не в эстимейт, Dishonored 2 был не в эстимейт. Еще наверняка что-то было. Это из того, что я видел. В титрах идут, поскольку игра была запущена с Кикстартера, вы видите, что в титрах идет куча имен. И следующая игра будет RUSC Awakening, крутой пазл-платформер, который будет ранить
sometimes it just doesn't want to give it to you. But oh well, that's it for me, guys. Thank you for watching, and keep on watching, keep on doing it, guys. See ya.
Ну, и на самом деле, RUSC Awakening тоже должен комментить я.
Plenty of donations coming in there for that Shantae half Genie hero run, so.
Потому что я не должен был комментить эту Shantae. Вообще, эту игру знает Али. Потом, конечно, никто его не разбудил и не сказал: Али, иди по комменте, а потом спи дальше, там, Shantae. Он должен был быть такой: да. Были веры, да, как минимум один был. По-моему, 2 было. Ну, я знаю, слышал.
Also, you know how you hear those donations of folks who have only caught GDQ recordings after the fact and are excited to catch it live? Well, Maniac Bob has a different take on things. He donated $15 and said, I just finished playing Shantae HGH casually and thought it would be a fun speedrun, and here it is now. I'm so excited to watch this in the morning because it is very late and I need to sleep before work. I'm not so ret to go. And we have a $15 donation from El Cid, who says, I absolutely love Shantae, the game and the character, so this is the perfect time for me to make my next donation.
Если честно, я хотел только пойти обедать. Все призвал Касс. Касс, я призываю тебя назад. Не канает. Как бы я не хотел откомментить эту сейчас игру, я хочу есть еще сильнее, у меня ничего нет, поэтому мне надо идти в магазин.
Balthazar with a $30 donation. Love the runs.
Как дела, чат?
Love the Shantae series.
Какие еще раны ждете? Сбил я на работу? Нет, я работаю из дома сижу.
And while we set up for Alwa's Awakening, an any % run by Infested Rich, we'll be back in just a moment after some messages from Twitch.
Сейчас сообщение от Твича. Реклама, я полагаю, будет. Кажется ли GDQ скучнее, чем в предыдущих годах? Ну, мне кажется, что да, на этом GDQ для нашего зрителя как-то поменьше игр. Для нашего среднестатистического зрителя, потому что наверняка найдется тот, кто скажет: блин, столько там хайповых игр моего детства, и перечислит 5 тайтлов, в которые ты никогда не играл. Но лично для меня, да, я соглашусь, что за последние 3 года это самое скучное расписание. Потому что раньше, чем 2000... Раньше, чем ГДК 2014 я не смотрел, поэтому не могу сказать. Моментов, может, хайповых и было много, но вот прям, не знаю, мало